Blake Lively caught in shocking scandal over alleged fake police reports amid Paparazzi Feud. This surprising revelation is set to turn everything you thought you knew about Hollywood upside down. The beloved actress is now under scrutiny, accused of creating police reports to challenge a photographer. The stakes couldn't be higher. Her reputation, career, and the truth are all hanging in the balance. Let's dive into the details. Let's set the stage. Vancouver, 2015. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, Hollywood's golden couple, are navigating the chaos of filming Deadpool. Paparazzi are a constant presence, and one photographer, let's call him John Doe for now, is on the scene. In a moment that sounds straight out of a rom-com, John spots Blake's gloves left on the hood of their car as they're about to drive off. He calls out, pointing to the gloves, and Ryan hops out to grab them. A polite exchange, right? Wrong. What unfolds next is a saga of accusations, legal battles, and a surprising question. Did Blake and Ryan misrepresent to the police? According to reports, Ryan filed a police report claiming John hit him with his car, causing injuries like a hyperextended knee and back pain. Blake, who wasn't even there for the incident.
All right, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have a date night to see Hugh Jackman's new play, but that's not the most interesting story of Blake and Ryan. And coming up next, I will share the footage that we have thanks to Without a Crystal Ball right here, which shows the paparazzi, I guess, being lied about to the police in a previous court case. We'll have that story next. So this is the problem with this court case that's never ending with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, is that people will continue to unearth the skeletons in the closet. Now, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, they're trying to move on with their life, which is going to be very hard to do since this court case isn't actually happening until March of 2026. We will be covering it in its entirety live from New York City, thanks to all of your new subscribes out there. Everyone who subscribes will get exclusive access to our kind of covering, as we literally will be operating Starlink. I'll strap some Starlink internet to my head or whatever, and we'll be recording live from the steps of the courthouse. Either way, that's when if that case doesn't settle. So they're doing their everyday life, trying to be good press out there, supporting their friends' play, but we'll continue to get things like this, which is Without a Crystal Ball shared this yesterday. Last night, she's got a video on YouTube. I'm not going to play any clips from the video. I think you guys can go check it out for yourself. But Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have falsely accused another innocent man of harassing them. Much like Baldoni's case, the video evidence does not match Blake's storytelling to police. So I'm going to get into this in a second, but yesterday we covered Deadpool and Justin Baldoni trying to subpoena Marvel so that they can get more information on Nice Pool, because the Deadpool character creates Nice Pool, Kid Pool, all these different characters. And what I said yesterday, I said, I wish they created a Dave Pool, a character based.
Backed him up with a lengthy letter to the Vancouver police. She alleged John blocked their car and referenced a separate 2013 incident where she was supposedly followed and bothered by multiple photographers. These are serious claims. Hit and run, harassment, and intimidation aren't small matters. But here's where it gets complicated. After 2 years of investigation, the case was dropped. Why? John's legal team had evidence that disputed the couple's story, including claims Ryan misused law enforcement connections to dig up info on John. So, why would Blake and Ryan go to such lengths? The alleged spark was a photo John took of Ryan in his Deadpool makeup, scarred face and all, while filming in a public space. This was a major spoiler before the movie's release, and Ryan was reportedly upset. Instead of letting it slide, the couple allegedly escalated things with a police report that didn't hold up. The footage of the glove incident shows John acting courteously, not aggressively, directly contradicting their narrative. Days later, Ryan was spotted doing stunts on set, uninjured, and his publicist even told a major magazine he was fine. So, were injuries overstated or entirely created? The evidence is compelling. Video footage of the glove incident paints a mundane picture. John points out the gloves, Ryan grabs them, and they drive off. No car chase, no aggression. Legal documents reveal the case collapsed when John's attorneys provided proof disputing the hit-and-run claim. They also alleged Ryan used police connections to access private info on John, a serious concern if true. Blake's letter to the police, claiming harassment and a separate incident, added fuel but lacked corroboration. The case was dropped in 2017 with no charges filed. This wasn't a win for Blake and Ryan. It was a misstep that's now challenging them. This controversy isn't happening in a vacuum. Blake is locked in a high-stakes lawsuit with It Ends With Us, Co-star Justin Baldoni, set for trial in March 2026. Credibility is everything in court, and this paparazzi saga raises concerns. If Blake and Ryan have a history of stretching the truth, it could undermine their case. The public's perception is shifting too. Blake's wholesome image is taking a hit as fans question whether she's been crafting stories to avoid scrutiny. Social media is buzzing with debates. Is this a case of paparazzi harassment gone too far? Or did Blake and Ryan play unfairly to control their narrative? Let's talk paparazzi. They're not saints. Following stars like Blake and Ryan can feel like intrusion. I've seen A-listers hounded, pushed for a reaction. But legally, if you're in public, you're fair game. John was within his rights to snap that Deadpool photo, just as he was to film Blake and Ryan at their car. The couple's response, allegedly falsifying a police report, feels disproportionate. It's a love-hate game in Hollywood. Stars sometimes tip off paparazzi for exposure, but cry foul when it backfires. Blake and Ryan's attempt to paint John as a villain didn't just fail. It exposed cracks in their golden image.
The downfall of Blake is super important because it represents our collective awakening, specifically to celebrities that we should not be idolizing, and they hate that.
So do you feel free now to try everything? I mean, what is the next...
What does
5
that
years
mean?
Well, in terms of trying, I mean,
Did you see the movie?
I did see the movie. But I mean...
We're going to give you a pop quiz.
There's going to be a pop quiz every minute of it.
Yeah.
Blake and Ryan have tried to move on. They were recently spotted at a friend's place smiling for cameras, but this controversy keeps resurfacing. The dropped case, the footage, the legal documents. It's a PR challenge. Fans are split. Some see them as victims of relentless paparazzi, while others call them out for leveraging their fame. The Baldoni lawsuit looms large, and every skeleton in their closet is fair game. Will this tarnish their brand for good? Or can they spin this into a comeback arc? This isn't just about Blake Lively. It's about accountability. When celebrities wield their influence to stretch the truth, it erodes trust. The judicial system worked here, dropping a questionable case. But not every accused paparazzo has the resources to fight back. Blake and Ryan's actions could have disrupted John's life. All over a spoiler photo. As we await the 2026 trial, this story reminds us, fame doesn't equal immunity. The truth has a way of catching up, even in Hollywood. That's the scoop, folks. What do you think? Did Blake and Ryan cross a line? Or are they just protecting their privacy in a tough industry? Let's unpack this Hollywood drama from every angle, because this story is more than gossip. It's a clash of fame, power, and truth. To understand this situation, we need to go back to 2015, when Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were the talk of Vancouver. Deadpool was in production, and the paparazzi were circling like eager fans. One photographer, we'll call him John for simplicity, caught the couple in a mundane moment. Blake left her gloves on their car hood, and John, in what seemed like a courteous move, pointed it out. Ryan grabbed the gloves, they drove off, and that should have been the end of it. But this is Hollywood, where nothing is ever that simple. Days later, Ryan filed a police report claiming John hit him with his car, causing injuries like a tweaked knee and back pain. Blake, who wasn't even at the scene, sent a detailed letter to the police, alleging John blocked their car and tying it to a supposed 2013 incident where she was bothered by a group of photographers. These accusations could have landed John in serious trouble. Hit and run and intimidation aren't minor charges. But after 2 years of digging, the police dropped the case. Why? John's legal team came armed with evidence that challenged the couple's story, including claims Ryan pulled strings with law enforcement to get private info on John. Wow. The alleged trigger? John snapped a photo of Ryan in his Deadpool makeup, scarred face and all, while filming in public. This was a big no-no, as the movie's look was still under wraps. Ryan was reportedly frustrated, and instead of handling it quietly, the couple allegedly went all in with a police report. But the evidence tells a different story. Video of the glove incident shows John acting like a decent human, not a reckless driver. Ryan was spotted doing stunts on set days later, looking perfectly fine. And his team even told a major outlet he was uninjured. So, were Blake and Ryan exaggerating or outright misrepresenting? Let's talk receipts, because this controversy lives or dies on the evidence. The footage of the glove incident is as tame as it gets. John points out the gloves, Ryan retrieves them, and they peel out. No car chase, no blocking, no drama. It's the kind of interaction you'd forget by lunch. Yet Ryan's police report painted it as a hit and run, and Blake's letter spun a tale of harassment that sounds like a movie script. The problem? The facts don't back it up. Legal documents from the case are even more revealing. John's attorneys had proof that contradicted the couple's claims, including allegations Ryan used his influence to dig into John's private life, a move that's questionable at best, improper at worst. The case collapsed in 2017 with no charges filed. This wasn't a victory for Blake and Ryan, it was a public misstep. The police report, the letter, the dropped case, it all points to a story that unraveled under scrutiny.
Actually did interview him a couple of weeks ago for the new Deadpool and Wolverine film, and I knew that I was going to be interviewing you, so I asked him if he had a message for you. This is how it went.
Oh no.
Come home. Please come home. I miss you. The kids miss you. I don't know what's going on lately. This little sojourn of yours. I understand you want to see the world. I understand you want to do things outside of, all the other things that you do, but we need you.
He does, Blake. Really does. Seriously, he's been at my house crying non-stop. Please come back. I can't kiss him anymore. I can't pretend to be you anymore. I just can't. I'm trying, but it's just...
His basement is so scary.
Yeah.
And I don't have anyone to hold me at night. But you go on and you do the things that you want to do. Go find yourself. I will march forward with the kids, and we will come back stronger and better than ever. We don't need you.
Oh my, I feel like I need that. You guys gotta airdrop that to me.
Then there's the Deadpool angle. John's photo of Ryan's scarred makeup was a legit spoiler. And in the high-stakes world of blockbuster films, that's a major issue. But here's the rub. He took it in a public space where photographers have every right to snap away. Ryan's frustration is understandable. Nobody wants their big reveal leaked. But escalating to a police report feels like overkill. The couple's narrative of being victimized by a rogue paparazzo doesn't hold water when you see John's calm demeanor in the footage. This wasn't a villain. It was a guy doing his job. Blake's involvement is particularly intriguing. She wasn't at the glove incident, yet she penned a detailed letter to the police, backing Ryan's story and tossing in claims of past harassment. Was she just supporting her husband? Or did she take the lead in crafting this narrative? Her letter reads like a PR move, weaving a tale of concern and intimidation that tugs at heartstrings. But without evidence, it's just words on paper. The 2013 incident she mentioned, no records or witnesses have surfaced to confirm it. The 2015 claims, debunked by video and legal documents. Blake's storytelling skills, honed on Gossip Girl, seem to have misfired here. This raises questions about Blake's credibility, especially with her ongoing lawsuit against It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni. The trial set for March 2026 hinges on trust. Trust in Blake's account, trust in her character. If she's got a history of embellishing stories, it could weaken her case. The paparazzi controversy isn't just a bad look, it's a legal liability. Every move she makes now is under a microscope, and this old case is the kind of issue that keeps resurfacing. Speaking of that lawsuit, let's connect the dots. Blake's legal battle with Baldoni is a Hollywood showdown, with allegations flying on both sides. Details are murky, but it's clear the case is personal and public. Credibility is the name of the game in court, and Blake's past actions are fair game for Baldoni's team. If they can paint her as someone who stretches the truth, like, say, in a police report, it could sway a judge or jury. The paparazzi controversy isn't ancient history. It's a ticking time bomb that could explode in 2026. The timing couldn't be worse. Blake and Ryan are trying to live their best lives, attending plays, charming the press. But this story keeps resurfacing. Social media is a battleground with fans split down the middle. Some see Blake as a victim of relentless paparazzi fighting for her family's safety. Others view her as a privileged star who tried to challenge a photographer's life over a petty issue. The truth probably lies in the gray, but perception is reality in Hollywood, and Blake's wholesome image is facing challenges. To get the full picture, we need to talk about paparazzi. They're easy to criticize, swarming celebrities, chasing that money shot. I've seen stars like Justin Bieber pushed, pressed for a reaction. It's invasive, sometimes intense. But legally, paparazzi have rights. If you're in public, they can film you, snap you, publish you. It's the price of fame, like it or not. John was within bounds taking that Deadpool photo just as he was filming Blake and Ryan at their car. Did he cross a line? Not according to the law. That said, the paparazzi game is a double-edged sword. Celebrities often play along, tipping off photographers for staged shots to boost their brand. Other times they cry foul when the cameras turn unwelcome. Blake and Ryan aren't strangers to this dance. They've used paparazzi to their advantage before, but when John's photo threatened Deadpool's hype, They allegedly flipped the script, casting him as a wrongdoer. It's a power move, and it misfired. The dropped case and public reaction show even A-listers can't always control the narrative. Let's not forget John. He's not just a plot point. He's a person whose life could have been disrupted. A hit-and-run charge, even if false, can harm reputations, drain bank accounts, and linger for years. John fought back with evidence and a good lawyer, but not everyone has those resources. Blake and Ryan's actions, if untrue, weren't just a PR stunt. They were reckless. Fame gives you a megaphone, but it doesn't give you a free pass to leverage the legal system. This also hits on a bigger issue: accountability. Celebrities often navigate scandals, shielded by wealth and influence. But when the evidence is this clear, video, legal docs, a dropped case, even Hollywood royalty can't dodge the fallout. Blake and Ryan's golden image is challenged, and no amount of red carpet charm can erase the questions swirling around them. The internet is alive with takes on this. On one side, Blake's diehards argue she's a mom and wife protecting her family. Paparazzi can be relentless, they say, and Blake was just standing her ground. They point to her charity work, her relatable persona, and her picture-perfect life with Ryan as proof she's no antagonist. But the other side isn't buying it. Critics call her entitled, accusing her of using her status to challenge a working photographer. The evidence, especially that glove footage, makes it hard to dismiss their case. X posts are intense with hashtags like #Blake Lively questioned, trending alongside memes questioning her credibility. This split reflects a broader divide. How much sympathy do we owe celebrities? Fame comes with perks, wealth, influence, adoration, but also scrutiny. Blake and Ryan chose this life, and while paparazzi aren't angels, they're part of the deal. Trying to bury one with a questionable police report? That's a choice, and it's costing them in the court of public opinion. This controversy shines a light on Hollywood's power dynamics. A-listers like Blake and Ryan aren't just stars. They're brands with teams of publicists, lawyers, and insiders shaping their image. A police report isn't just a legal move. It's a chess play to control the narrative. But when the evidence doesn't add up, that power can crumble. The dropped case wasn't just a loss. It was a signal that even the elite can't always shape reality to their will. Compare this to smaller players like John. Photographers, crew members, and other behind-the-scenes folks often lack the clout to fight back. If John didn't have solid evidence or legal help, this could have ended differently. Blake and Ryan's actions, intentional or not, highlight how fame can tilt the scales until the truth tips them back. Looking ahead, the Baldoni lawsuit is the elephant in the room. Set for 2026, it's a high-stakes battle where every detail of Blake's past will be dissected. If Baldoni's team leverages this paparazzi controversy, they could argue Blake has a pattern of stretching the truth. A judge might not care about X drama, but a jury? They're human, swayed by character and trust. Blake's team will need to counter this narrative, proving her side of the "it ends with us" dispute is rock solid. Outside the courtroom, Blake faces a PR challenge. She and Ryan are pros at damage control. Think carefully curated interviews, charity photo ops, and that signature charm. But this controversy isn't fading quietly. Every new story, every X post keeps it alive. If they want to reclaim their image, they'll need more than a good lawyer. They'll need a masterclass in recovery. So, what's the takeaway? Fame amplifies your voice, but it doesn't rewrite reality. Blake and Ryan's alleged attempt to spin a paparazzi encounter into a criminal case misfired, exposing cracks in their perfect image. The glove footage, the legal docs, the dropped charges, they tell a story that's hard to spin. Whether they acted out of frustration, concern, or strategy, the result is the same. A hit to their credibility at the worst possible time. This isn't just about Blake Lively, it's about what happens when power meets accountability. The judicial system did its job, tossing a questionable case, but the public's judgment is harsher. In Hollywood, where image is everything, a controversy like this can linger like a bad review. Blake and Ryan are still A-listers, but they're not untouchable. The truth, it turns out, is the one thing even they can't direct. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, caught in a paparazzi dispute that's more plot twist than fairy tale. Did they misrepresent a police report to challenge a photographer? Or were they just desperate to protect their empire? The evidence leans one way, but the story's not over. With a 2026 trial looming and the internet on fire, this drama's got legs. What's your verdict? Is Blake a victim of paparazzi chaos, or did she and Ryan play a risky game? We're back tomorrow with another deep dive into the stories shaking up Tinseltown. Until then, keep your eyes peeled. Because in Hollywood, the next controversy is always one click away.